Hi, my name is Nicole Hudson, and I am the founder of Wander Freely Yoga, a certified Soluna life coach, and I have been working with MaineGeneral for over a year now. I'm really excited to share with you this short mini series exploring the chakra system and kind of breaking it down so we know one, what is a chakra? Like why do we talk about them in yoga so much? And two, how can you take this information and incorporate it into both your practice, but also into your day-to-day life, right? So what we practice on our yoga mats is not left there. We practice on our mats so that we can explore, we can get curious in a safe space so that we can cultivate this new understanding about ourselves and take that out into the world. So I hope these next few classes with the chakras will be helpful. I hope that you gain some knowledge that you can share both in your physical practice on your mat, but also in your personal life off your mat. So today we're going to talk about the root chakra, but before we go there, let's talk about what is a chakra, right? So we hear about it, we might see pictures of them, we might talk about the system. And essentially what a chakra is, it's really an energetic circle. So you can think of it as a wheel or a sphere. And there's 7 main chakras that work within our bodies. We start at the base of the spine with the root chakra, and we go all the way up to the crown of the head. And so as we build, essentially what we're doing is clearing space as we move up. And if you think about foundation, if a foundation of a building has cracks in it, if it's a little rickety, it's pretty hard to build up from there if the foundation is not steady. So we tend to work up with the chakras from the floor to the ceiling, essentially, if you're thinking of structure, and we build as we go. So what happens with the chakras is just like everything else in life, sometimes it gets a little sticky, right? Sometimes we get into spaces where we're not exactly balanced. I have yet to meet anyone who, myself included, who is 100% balanced 100% of the time. And so working with your chakras is an opportunity to take a step outside of yourself. Notice where you might feel imbalance, and then how do you come into that chakra to find balance? So one book I really recommend, if this is interesting to you, is Wheels of Life. And this is by Anna Dea Judith. She's a PhD, she's a psychologist, but she's also a yoga teacher, and she's been studying the chakra system for over 40 years. So if you're interested, anything by Anna Dea Judith, I highly recommend. It's very informative. And again, this is kind of like a brief review of thousands of years old system. So if you want to get really deep into it, have a look at these books. So today we're going to work with the root chakra or Muladhara Chakra. And I want to give you some of the basics. You'll see in the graphic included with this video, you'll have these in case you want to print them out or save them. But the location of the root chakra is going to be at the base of the spine. And one of the central issues involved is the idea of survival. So the goals with the root chakra are stability, grounding, health, prosperity. Is our place of home, our basic needs. So the lower chakras tend to be more of the physical needs, right? Home, security, food, water, shelter. So those are going to be the base needs. The rights, there are going to be rights with every chakra. And as a human, these are our rights that we are born with. And so it is the right to be here and the right to have. And so you belong here. And that is one of your rights. And that it comes from knowing in the root chakra. The developmental stages are from womb to 12 months. Identity would be the idea of physical identity, so very structural in your body. With every chakra, there's going to be a demon, and this is something that is, it's kind of like the idea of something that is holding you back in a sense, if you want to think of it like that. And with the root chakra, it's going to be fear. So this idea of fear is associated. Excessive characteristics would be a sense of heaviness, sluggishness, monotony, obesity, hoarding, and materialism. While the flip side of that would be deficient characteristics, and that would be restlessness, a frequent sense of fear, lack of discipline, underweight, feeling kind of spacey. And the earth element is the element associated with the root chakra. So you think of like really grounding down. First chakra is very earthy, very connected, very physical. The color associated with the root chakra is red. And the seed sound, or the bija mantra, so each chakra has its own sound, is going to be Lam, and that's Lam, Lam. So with this information, I'd like to show you a short exercise that you can do to start to cultivate the energy in your body, start to cultivate the energy within your legs, because the legs are what connect us down to the earth, right? We're on the earth element, so the legs connect us down, the feet connect us down. So we're going to take a short exercise to get some energy moving into the legs. For this, you'll want a strap. You can use a scarf, maybe an exercise band, whatever is going to give you a little extra length. And we'll start by lying down on your back. So go ahead, come to lie down on your back. Have your strap or band nearby. Keep a bend into your knees and the soles of your feet about hip width distance apart. And then take your strap, wrap it around the ball of your right foot. Flex into your ankle and really think of pressing your heel towards the ceiling. So there's an activation there. Use your hands, one on each side of the tail of the strap, and draw back. And just take a moment here to feel that effort as your hands pull back, your foot kind of pushes forward towards the ceiling. Take a deep inhale through your nose. And as you exhale, start to bend your knee backwards. So knee will come towards chest, opposed to heel towards your sits bones, right? So those are two different actions. So we want to think of bringing the knee in towards the chest. And I'm giving it a good amount of tug here. And I'm also pressing my foot into the strap. So I'm moving in these two different sections, these two different forces. And then release the effort of the strap a little bit so you can re-extend your leg long. Exhale, bend your knee into your torso. And take this nice and slow. So as you start to press up, keep pulling on your strap so there's some effort in your leg. And take this a couple more times, nice and slow. And then find a place in between extended and knee fully bent, and kind of stay in that space. Keep pressing your heel towards the ceiling. And you might notice that your foot starts to shake a little bit. And so you can play around with where you place the foot, how deep the bend into your knee is. And then as the foot starts to shake, and just keep in mind, if it doesn't start shaking, you're not doing anything wrong. It's, this is an activity or an exercise that just takes time to feel into it. And so what essentially we're doing here is energizing the legs, getting the energy flowing or the charge flowing. And you might notice it's a little weird, right? So we have this little shake happening in the foot, in the leg. Let it shake. Let the energy flow through your leg. Get rid of any stagnation or any blockages that might be holding you back. Take another inhale through your nose. Exhale everything out with a sigh. And then go ahead, re-extend your leg long. Bend your knee completely. Release the strap. Bring your foot down to the floor. Let your arms rest down by your sides, palms face up. And then notice any differences between your right leg and your left leg. Is there a feeling of lightness? Is there a feeling of heaviness? And again, these are all options, offerings. So you may or may not feel this. And again, if you don't feel it, didn't do anything wrong. So just remember, this is a practice, this is an exploration. When you feel ready, start to hug your left knee into your chest. You can wrap the strap around the ball of your foot. And we'll start here by sending the left heel high. Keep a bend into your ankle. Draw the toes back as you send your heel towards the ceiling, and take a moment or two here to breathe into your left leg. Breathe into your hamstring. And then you can walk your hands a little bit higher up on the left and right sides. And as you exhale, draw your knee in towards your chest. Press the heel up towards the ceiling. Use a little effort there so the palms keep drawing your foot down. So you're moving in these two different directions. And again, take a couple nice slow bends and extends of your knee. And as you start to flow, you might start to notice that little shaky quality incorporating itself in. And then find yourself somewhere in between total extension, in between a full bend, and stay there. Pull down on the tails of your strap. Keep pressing your heel towards the ceiling, and then let your leg start to shake. So it's not that you're forcing it. It's not that you're stopping it. You're simply allowing it to go as it needs to go and allowing the energy to move in a way that it needs to move. So take a couple more breaths, feeling your foot move. And again, maybe it's not moving. That's okay too. We want to just experience what happens when we start to bring our awareness into our legs and start to clear out some of that stale energy. And take one more cycle of breath in. Everything out. When you're ready, re-extend your left heel towards the ceiling. Take a nice deep bend into your knee. Release your left foot down to the floor. Set your prop off to the side. Palms can face up. Breathe into left. Breathe into right. And take a moment to feel, do both legs feel a little bit more equal? Does one still feel heavier or lighter than the other? And take one more deep inhale through your nose. Exhale everything out with a sigh. Wherever you are, gently roll yourself over onto one side. Use your top hand to support you as you press back up to a comfortable seat. And so thank you for starting this journey. I hope that you enjoyed getting into the power of your legs, the connection of your body down to the floor, to the earth. Next time, we're going to be talking about the second chakra. And so as we move up through the body, we'll move up through the chakras, start to take exercises to clear out any stagnant energy, to open up the channels for fresh flow to come through, and to hopefully open up the channels for fresh opportunities in your life. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next time. Namaste.